Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Next Level Psychic with Paul Francis. Tonight is kind of a different show because we're going to be dedicating tonight's show to all of the moms. In the United States, from what I understand, it was Mother's Day yesterday. So we'll be dedicating tonight's show to all the moms and all the moms who have left us and gone to the next life ahead of us. I'd like to say, well, first of all, if you look right up the top of all of the comment section, you go right to the top of the comment section, you will see some of the links that I managed to get it in there earlier today with links to my Patreon site. I have, like a Muppet, I have been telling people it's Paul Francis Medium Patreon. It's Paul Francis 111. Idiot. So most people be going, oh, what a psychic, doesn't even know his own. Well, anyway, hey, what the hell? I messed up. And that just goes to prove one is human, not a robot or machine. So obviously, YouTube is Paul Francis Medium. And over to Patreon is Paul Francis 111. But none, irrespective, if you go up, just scroll right up to the top up there, you will see the links to Paul Francis 111 on Patreon. If you haven't already signed up to Patreon, then please get across there and sign up to Patreon, especially if you want to be part of the seminars. Now, there are already people already signed into Patreon. If you're not signed into Patreon, you're going to miss out on something next week. Okay, only the people on Patreon will be a party to this particular event, and they will be enjoying an evening. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. If you're not there, hey, there's no saying if you're not in it, you can't win it, and that's the high and the low of it. So let me say hi to people. Dawn's in the room. Dawn, good evening, my darling. Great to see you as always. Ronnie's here as well. Ronnie, hi, welcome to the show. Who have we got? Lynn. Lynn is here as always. Good to see you, Lynn. Julie Sharp, good evening, Julie. To the show, Georgia, good to see you. Wacky Jackie's in the house. Who's in the house? Jackie's in the house. Lisa, good evening. Welcome to the show. Good to see you. Julie Evans, Puffins, welcome to the show. Amanda, welcome to the show. Amanda, good to see you as always. Great to see you all, y'all. If you haven't already done it, as soon as you come in the door, like the show. Please like the show immediately because that's what's going to make this all happen. Now, if you haven't already, like I said, just as we come on live on the air, if you haven't already gone across to my Patreon site, the link is at the top. Just go straight up and click on the links, and you will see a link to my Patreon site. So it's Patreon/Paul Francis 111. Very simple. www.patreon, Patreon. For some reason, there's an E in it. But anyway, patreon.com/Paul Francis 111. And that'll take you straight to my Patreon site. If you haven't already subscribed to my Patreon site, then get in there and subscribe because there will be something specially for all of my Patreons next week. And if you're not in there, you won't be part of it. It is that simple. And here's the great thing. There's no cost. For all of the current Patreon subscribers, this is going to be a freebie from me to you. Thank you. Let's have a look. The links were there at the beginning. They aren't there now. All right. Okay, Don. Well, what I'll do is, well, it's that easy. If somebody can type it in for me below in the comments, www.patreon, patreon.com/Paul Francis 111. And that's the link. I'll take you straight to it. Georgia Steele, hi. Here's the link. Georgia's already all over it. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. She's on the ball. We'll be in Scathas for a week from Sunday. The internet's in Scathas as well. All right. So anyway, let's move forward. So tonight, I want to dedicate to all the moms, to all of the mothers who are with us, to all the mothers who have left us and gone ahead. Now, this coming Thursday night's Reach Across Live won't be Thursday night. It will actually be Friday night this week, because I'm going to a very special event on Thursday night, and I hadn't realized the dates were going to sneak up on me that quick. I'm going to an event with the high and the great Mr. John Edward. So, if you haven't already, please make sure that you have subscribed to this channel and leave your comments below on how you are enjoying this particular show. If you're enjoying my channel, Paul Francis Medium on YouTube, leave your comments below what you think about the channel, and you think there's anything you'd like to see on the channel. I'm adding more and more content every single day and every single week. Now, all of the current Patreons over Patreon, because the two channels are linked together now. My current Patreons, I'll be giving you something as way of a freebie as well, which is a daily scenario, which is going to be a thing that's going to literally go from Monday to Sunday, and it will guarantee you strong energy. It will guarantee you a pull in and change of heart, change of mind. It will help you shape your day, and you will attract more positive scenarios, situations to your life just by following the scenarios that I'm going to be doing. Again, if you're not on Patreon, you won't get it. It's that simple. So go ahead over there and sign up to my Patreon site at the end of the show. Not now. Now, Next Level Psychic is primarily to be looking into all of the scenarios, the situations, the links that connect us to, shall we say, some of the questionable footage on YouTube in relation to paranormal investigations. It's also to teach you what to be looking out for and what to be looking at, and how to establish whether you have got a connection to a scenario or a link or an energy in and around you. So that's what the Next Level Psychic is all about. That being said, as this is a very special show and I'm dedicating it to all the moms, I'm going to open myself up to links tonight. Normally I wouldn't do that on Next Level Psychic, but I'm going to do it tonight. So I'm going to really kind of treat tonight as a cross between Reach Across and Next Level Psychic all at the same time. I will be open to taking your messages, taking your information, and taking your photographs, video footage, and all of that scenario. Some people have said they've sent me already footage and pictures. I haven't got them. So maybe it's probably a good idea. Actually, I tell you what we're going to do. I'm going to put up a banner with my email address on it. There you go. If you haven't seen my email address, there it goes along the bottom. The best thing to do is to email me your photographs and your footage that you've done on, orbs or energies or sound. If you've picked up, audio of something that's going on around you, send that across to me too, okay? If you're having issues in being able to send the files because they're too big, then email me first, and I will teach you how to send it to me with ease and completely no cost to yourself. Right, if Abel comes through to you tonight, Paul, I am sorry. Abby, sorry, not Abby, Abel. It's because I'm in the dark. I'm in a room with a light on above me. I'm kind of finding it difficult to read the footage. If Abby comes through for you tonight, Paul, I am sorry. Abby. Dawn, who's Abby or what's Abby? Please do share. So if you haven't already hit the like button, by the way, we need you to do that. Please hit the like button, and more importantly, hit that share. Okay, share the show with your friends, family, and invite them to become a part of tonight's show. We need to grow the numbers, and we definitely need to grow it up over 1,000, or YouTube will say goodbye to us. Okay, so if you guys are enjoying the show, then help me out. It's that simple. It's called a sharing of energy. Okay, it's what I'm going to give in. You guys are going to get in. It's a balance. Okay, it's symbiotic. So equal sharing of energy and strength to move forward. Okay, Abby is my daughter in spirit. Her dad had some bad news today. I'm sorry to hear that, my darling. I'm very sorry. Sorry to hear that. I am going to open my energies up for her, Dawn. because you're a mom and she'll be the daughter. And that's what this show's all about tonight. It's a special show that I'm going to open myself up to reading. I don't know, Dawn, if this is the email or the information. Sorry, email. I don't know if this is the information or not. But there's either he's not the only person that has gone through this in his family, but I'm getting a follow-on of information or follow-on of either symptoms or information. But there's more than one person here. It feels to me when I see a line running through a family tree, which I'm seeing right now, it means to me that this is in the family. This has been in the family. I don't know whether you were talking about changing Abby's photograph or Abby's picture. Okay. Now you've said Abby. Abby has to work really, really hard now to prove who she is, because you've just taken away her her information to be able to say who she is. So I've got to say the energies that are coming close to me right now, I have to say to them, if you're Abby, then you have to prove who you are. And the very first thing I see is a small photograph or a small picture. And you either talking about changing this picture or you're talking about doing something with this picture. And I'm getting no, 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 like that, because the picture means more than just the picture. Okay, Dawn, if that makes sense, please let me know. But the picture itself, I'm seeing almost, it's coming across to me, okay, and it's referencing to me almost like a picture, like a passport style photograph or something along those natures. I could be completely wrong. Please forgive me if I am. But don't change the picture. Don't do anything different with the picture. The picture has got more to it. It means more than just the image that's on it. If that makes sense. Um, Don, I don't know if what I'm getting through is let's put it this way. I'm getting blank like that, which means private information. Okay. So it's probably a really good idea that I do a session for you. Maybe we can talk mid tomorrow morning or something. Um, but there's something about whatever it is they don't want it to be out here. The name Thomas, Tony, Tim, there's a strong T to be acknowledged here. Now, Dawn, I don't know if your mom's mom is in spirit, but I'm getting your mom. I'm getting pulled to the left and up. Okay, so either she's with your grandmother or your mother in spirit. I don't know, but I'm being pulled to the left and up, which means to me, and now a pink line, which means to me maternal. The bees mean something. Okay, I'm getting like a picture of like Winnie the Pooh, but it's the bees that's most important. Honey and the bees are most important. Okay, all of her pictures are precious. There is one particular I've been thinking of today. Right. Okay. Don't do anything with the pictures. Don't do anything with that particular picture or the picture that you carry. Keep it. Okay. It means more important. Yes, totally understand. His dad is Tony and his brother Tim. Abby was close to my nana. Right. Well, guess who she's with? Okay. Um, I've got to do that. Don, um, we're moving into territory on what I would refer to as a one-to-one. Okay. When I get that, it means let it go. Okay. It means let it go. So you're carrying either that usually when I get that, it means let it go, but it usually connected to a guilt complex, a guilt surrounding a particular subject matter, or a guilt connected to something that you're going, oh my God, no, let it go. Okay. Um, One member of the family is pulling me right out of Cornwall. Okay, I'm going. well, obviously I have to go north. I can't go any other direction if I'm in Cornwall. Um, I'm being pulled up country. Okay. Now, either this person left Cornwall to move up country and stayed up there for the majority of his life and then came back towards the end of his life. I don't know. But I'm getting the feeling that his life is more out of Cornwall than in. Alrighty. Now, if this is Abby that's connected to me, was she Abby Louise or Abby Lucy? But there's a strong L connection I'm being told to talk about as well. Would you understand on why they're showing me Indiana Jones? They're showing me Indiana Jones for some particular reason here. Now, and as if you're an Indiana Jones fan, as I am, you will know that Indiana Jones was named after the dog Indiana. Okay, in their fictional dog, in their fictional family, the um, Indiana took his name after the dog. Abby Faith, she has a cousin Lucy. Well, the reference in the L, okay? Just so as you know, if you've just joined us, I have an energy working around me, and I am really pushing for this energy to be a bit more particular in relation to who they are. This is a show dedicated to Mother's Day, and my dear friend Dawn um, has energies around her. They are multiple energies. The person who does the most talking is the older lady. I will tell you that, okay? Because she kind of controls the family tree to me. Her sister Lainey. I love it. Dawn, thank you. This is, I mean, be honest with you, you are a dear friend of mine, and if we were in a theater and you were on the microphone in the audience, I would be ripping into you now, taking a Mickey. But that's because we want to make light of the situation. Uh, then she'd be referencing her sister. That makes it okay. I'm saying to her, I need to know more about who you are. I need to know who you are, because you've taken away her literal option of saying who she was. You took it away. You said, "Oh, my daughter Abby's in spirit now. Abby has to prove who she is." So you kind of like it's always more difficult for the psychic and for the person talking to me on the other side when you take away their information. She's never met Lane. Oh, yes, she has. Yes, she has. You're thinking of it on a physical level, not on a spiritual level. Okay. Abby was Tegan's twin, so they grew up together. Okay. And I just said to you, there's a strong T name. You recognize Tim and Tony, but if Abby was Tegan's twin, T, so Abby was telling me who she was the whole time. Um, but thank you for coming out for the information. Thank you for validating it. That's cool. Did you have a did you have like a craving for lemons or something? There's something about lemons she wants me. She told me to go back to the bees. The bees are significant. Like I'm seeing honey pots like Winnie the Pooh with the pot in the shape of a a bee's nest or whatever you call it, like a bee a honey pot and the bees. And she's telling me the bees are significant. The bees are significant. Okay, the bee is either the bee is her little messenger, or the bee is something. Little bumblebees are important here. Okay, like a beehive, but it's a pot. Like if I looked at the lid of this beehive shaped pot, there's honey inside it, but the bees are significant. Okay, the bee is either her little calling card, or but hey, the bees are significant. I got to bring that to you because every time I'm pushing away from it, she brings me back to it. Okay, I kind of got the feeling that this was either clothing, Or there's something to buy clothing, like if she had a little baby girl with bees on it. I don't know. I'm not. I don't want to put words in your mouth, but there's something about bees that they want me to acknowledge. What's she telling me to point at your fingernails for, Dawn? She keeps pointing at your fingernails. Okay, she's doing this like that. Trying me to draw my attention to your fingernails. Okay. She's using references for me right now, which I know. Okay, so the reference is my reference. It'll be you probably won't get this, but it's my reference. She's telling me too many minds. Okay, she showed me something which is one of my favorite movies, and in the movie, the guy goes, "You've got too much going on. You need to empty your mind." Okay, so too many minds. So that's her way of saying you're thinking in too many directions at once. Stop. Stop. Okay, breathe and let go. All right, there you go. Yes, I'm sure the pic you said about she's in a Winnie the Pooh onesie. Wow. Wow. Thank you for validating, my darling. Thank you for validating. Well, listen, you have to let go. You have to let go. There is no blame here. There's um, no carrying of negativity in thought or in your heart. You are a phenomenal mom, and you've done really well. And you got to keep going. You got to keep stepping forward and continuing to be who you are, because you are You're a phenomenon. All right. I'm getting I'm getting this little hand patting me in the shoulder, which is a symbol for me to say pride. Okay, proud. That's what that means when I'm getting patted on. Okay, I don't know if your dad or your husband's dad in the spirit, but they're stepping through to acknowledge to acknowledge focus. That's the only way I can put this. Uh, as I'm going to say what they're showing me, I get stopped already, so I've got to kind of find another way around it. Um, I don't know if your husband's dad's in spirit, and there's an issue with your husband that affected his father, or his father affected his son. I don't know, but they're telling me to talk about a condition or scenario that goes on with both. So let me just have a look here and see what you guys have said. I'm sure that she's wearing a Winnie the Pooh. I read that bit. Thank you for validating that. I really appreciate it. Carol Fitzgerald, welcome to the show. Maria says, "Who is my hero?" Welcome to the show, Maria. If I haven't already said that to you, easier said than done. At the moment, I'm trying. I listen. It's not. It's easier said than done. I couldn't put it in a better way. But in able to in order for me to be able to help you, it really is a stop in a dark room for a minute or two, and just literally stop and go in. Okay, and just go in and literally surround yourself with the white light of love and divine protection, and just let go. Okay, because then answers and direction will start coming to you. She's trying to tell me you're not going to be going through this alone. That's what I'm hearing. Alrighty, because I'm seeing footsteps. So you'll not be walking alone. Now I'm seeing an early picture of Winnie the Pooh when the little boy in the story is holding onto his dad's finger, and they're walking along the beach. So I'm kind of getting that flipped back to front. So she'll be walking alongside of you, alrighty? But you're not going to be alone at any time, okay? Now, either she says to you, get your eyes sorted, or sort the eyes out, okay? But she's pointing to me to tell me to talk about the eyes. Your husband's dad is Tony, right? Cool. She's just going too many minds, too many minds. Um, Okay, it's kind of like you've taken on this concept that you have to carry the load. Okay, that's not the case. Already, you don't have to carry the load. Do what you what's going to help you and the situation, but you don't have to carry all the rest. Okay. Carol says, Paul, you have been such a blessing for so many of us. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you so very much. I really do appreciate that. Faye's joined the show. Faye, good evening. Paulie Miller, welcome to the show, you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Um, Dawn, it's okay to let go. And I don't necessarily mean let go of the situation. I mean, let go. Okay. Don't keep it all pent up. Boom. Let's just let go. It's okay, Paul. I understand what she means when she says too many minds. You do? Okay, good, because too many minds means something to me specifically as I'm trying to deal with something that's in front of me and think about what everybody else is thinking about at the same time. That's what too many minds means to me. It's actually a reference from the movie The Last Samurai, and I understand what that means. If you can hear any little bit of moaning going on here, over here, Holly's asleep and she's dreaming. She's dreaming. Um, Don, I'm going to be at the end of a call tomorrow. Should you need me, okay? But let me just say this to you: your your mom is definitely here, or your mother or your grandmother is here, and she is very much kind of dealing with what's going on. She's kind of like, I'm getting the real strong matriarch. All right, I'm getting a strong matriarch feel here. Okay, I'm kind of like got this feeling that she's conducting what's going on. Okay, you come forward now. You stop. You go over there. Now you stop and you don't do anything. You can speak. Hey, don't ever speak over her again. I'm getting that feel about her. Okay, a very matriarchal, in charge, in a loving way feel about this lady. I don't know if this lady crosses over with cancer or she wants me to recognize a lady that's with her that crosses with cancer. I'm getting one side of my chest feeling really, really heavy. So this cancer either affected one side of the chest area or the lung, but I'm feeling heavy on one side. I'm also getting this person that's pointing here to the side saying either I wasn't in right mind or I there's like an Alzheimer's or something that affects the mental capacity. I'm here's what I heard. Okay, I heard I should have paid attention when on the first stroke. That's what I heard. I should have paid attention at the first stroke. That's literally what I heard. Don, has your her twin ever spoke of seeing her? Because I'm getting this feeling that they not only have they seen each other, but they've spoke to each other. Alrighty. Nicola, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Great. Come off Facebook, Nicola. All right. Please come out of Facebook. Come across to YouTube and join us on YouTube. So just go into YouTube and then the search bar at the top, type in Paul Francis Medium. Boom. It'll take you straight there. Okay. But come off of Facebook because we're getting too many people hacking us. My lovely daughter Maya's I lost her entire Facebook pages because of an asswipe who's hacked her and then taunted Johanna. Actually, taunted Johanna to say, "I'll hack you next." And what has Facebook done about it? Nothing. Literally taunted Johanna. I forgot to share that with you guys. Johanna, this person sent a request through to Maya, or from saying that they were Maya to Johanna. Johanna said, "I know who you are. You're a hacker because that's my daughter. You're trying to hack." And he said, "Oh, I'll hack you next." And yet, Facebook has done nothing about it. So, my friends, my dear friends, my advice is drop Facebook, come out of it. Especially when you're part of our shows, come out of it, go into YouTube. It's a much more stable platform. Okay. Right. Dawn says, my nana was a steely woman and she had lung cancer. Right. Then she's shown who's around you, my love. Okay. Um, Now, either you don't come across to me, you can come across as steely because when something needs done, you can get yourself into gear and make it happen. So you have got some of her traits. However, apparently the only trait you don't have of hers is the ability to cook. Not me. Don't shoot the messenger. Because I'm being saying that you in relation to her abilities, you're not even close. Okay. But I want to say to you as well, her ability to laugh is back. That's important. Her ability to laugh is back. Why I was supposed to tease you with her teeth? It's like she goes, I got there and teeth fall down. Like, they drop down. I'm supposed to tease you with the teeth. Okay. Just to let you know her sense of humor is there. Either she was not only just a matriarch, but she's quite a wise lady. But I'm supposed to share with you, Dawn, every situation has the next step. Just go ahead and take the next step. Okay. If you just joined us tonight, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Next Level Psychic. I am Paul Francis. Tonight, I'm dedicating to the show to all mothers, both here and on the other side of life. Um, if you haven't already liked the show, please like the show and share it with your friends and family. If you haven't already subscribed to the show, what the heck? Get in here, get subscribed, hit the little notification bell, and make sure you don't miss it on the show. If you haven't subscribed to my Patreon channel, please make sure you go across there. So it's www.patreon.com/Paul Francis 111. I am going to be doing a special event next week for my Patreon members. If you're not already a member, then you will miss it. It's that simple. And it's not going to cost you a penny. Dominique, welcome to the show. Good to see you. Thank you very much for being here. My other grand, her and my nana are right pair in spirit. Oh, you can be assured. They rule the roost, although you've written tool. They rule the roost. My grand had dementia. There you go. That's what I'm getting, not of mind. And yes, Tegan sees Abby. Yes, she does, and talks to her. And she would never admit it. That, well, it doesn't matter. They are definitely connecting, and that's what's more important because they bring each other balance and they bring each other comfort. Okay. Now, I don't know if Tegan was or is doing something with tests or exams or something to do with like an examination of information, like, for example, a driving test. I don't know, but there's something about tests and exams and being examined for something that she's helping her with. Okay. Nicola's come into to YouTube. Thank you, Nicola, for being here. Appreciate that. Um, Dominique says my daughter is called Maya too. Oh wow, cool. Um, you spelled yours Maya. Mine is spelled Mya. Maya. And in the Celtic, in the Book of Celts, it means of Mary, and my mother was called Mary. So, and weird thing about it is we called her Maya, and I spelt it that way before I found out it actually means of Mary. So she's very like her grandmother too. A bit of a fireball. That's true. Dawn doesn't cook. I'm really got to take the Mickey out of Dawn in a good way. Dawn in a full of love way. She can bugger off. I can cook. She had a recipe book that my mother lost. It was full of wartime recipes, and I would love to. Well, it's not lost. Just as I was saying that to you, it's not lost. It's in a box. It's in a fawn color, either like a suitcase with dark brown on each corner and a handle. It's either in a box that looks like a suitcase, or it's in a suitcase, in a fawn suitcase. It's not lost. Alrighty. Um, she would lose her mind today at how pasties are made. That's what I'm being shown. That's her how intense her cooking abilities was. She's shown me my mom, which means that's her rank, but also that she could make anything out of anything. If you give her an old tablecloth, she'd whip up a skirt or a dress or make something. Her abilities to be able to create something out of nothing were phenomenal. Okay. And again, it's just information to say who she is and that she's here. She's telling me to talk about the number two, but it's either connected to June, or the number two and the number six is significant. Okay. So the second and the sixth of a month, or the 6th of February, but we put the number two and the number six together. And of course, at the end of the day, it reaches 26. But the 26 would have to be the 26th day of a month, or 26 years since they've gone. I don't know. But I'm getting number two and the number six. It would either be the 2nd of June or the 6th of February or the 26th, which makes sense already. Tegan had her maths exam this morning. There you go. She was with her sister. Alrighty, with her sister. An old wicker basket. I don't know, my angel, but just know that it's inside something that like a fawn colored, that has brown on the corners, and so it's either like a suitcase or, like you could say, a wicker basket, but it's inside another box. Alrighty. But Dawn, in relation to your situation, every situation has a next step. Take the next step. Okay. Your daughter keeps pointing at your eyes, so deal with whatever's going on with your eyes. But she's showing me a panda. Now, I don't know if she's going to call you panda eyes. I don't know, but she's showing me like a panda, and obviously we know that pandas have got big circular eyes. So it's something about the eyes. I've got to take I got to take the Mickey out of you in relation to panda eyes. Dawn, I've got somebody very specific. Maybe this is ladies and gentlemen, welcome to tonight's show. This is about Dawn. I'm okay with that. I'm okay. I'm sure everybody else is okay with it too. But Dawn, I have a lovely gentleman coming in on your level. Okay, so on your level would be a contemporary, which means husband, brother, sister, cousin, friend. Now, when I give off information like that, it not only relates to you, it relates to your husband. So don't forget to think on his level at the same time. But a contemporary means on the same level: brother, husband, sister, cousin, friend. But I have a gentleman here who's coming in, who's recognizing that his crossing to the other side of life was assisted by either an accident, fall, crash, but it's known a healthcare crossing. Okay, but he's also shown me motorcycle memorabilia. Okay, so there was motorcycles was his thing, or you guys are all motorcycle man. I don't know, but he's showing me motorcycle memorabilia here. He's actually shown me the Isle of Man TT races, something I have in my heart. My uncles, my mom's brothers were the Burns team. They raced the Isle of Man TT. So I'll get that acknowledgement or that connection straight away. So just understand that he's coming in and he's taking this opportunity to put his head in the door and go, "Hey, hey, I'm here. Hey, hey." Um, they show me the name. They showed me an uncle of mine whose name is Joseph. So they're telling me to talk about either I got an uncle here for you with the J name, or I have a Joseph here to be acknowledged. All right, Jason, J name. There you go. They're starting to pull themselves back, Dawn, but they're telling me to say, hang on to the beads. Hang on to the beads. Okay? The beads will help. Dawn, my darling, you're a dear friend, and I do hope this connection has helped you. I know it's helped a lot of people who are watching the show tonight and who will watch the show tonight because of all of the validations that you managed to provide. Thank you for those validations. It helps me as a person, helps me as a psychic medium. Weirdly enough, today I was dealing with keyboard warriors who one asswipe has dedicated an entire channel on YouTube to telling everybody mediumship's all lies and all full of liars, and we have ways of finding information. I love the way he goes. Um, oh yes, he'll ask a question and a leading question, and then the person will respond. So I said to him, "Oh, how do you do it then when I'm doing it over the internet and the person's in another country?" He hasn't responded to that one yet. Smash that like button, says Faye. Thank you very much, Faye. Yes, indeed. Hit that like button. Boom. Hit that like button and share the show. Please do that. If you haven't already signed up for my Patreon site, you need to do that now, okay? Especially if you want to be part of the seminars. And there's a special, I'm doing a special session next week for all my current Patreon members. So to get onto my Patreon site, very simple, www.patreon, which is spelled Patreon, patreon.com/ Paul Francis 111. Get over there, subscribe to my Patreon channel, and only the people who are subscribed to my channel next week will be a part of this particular special event and special deal that I'm going to be doing for all of you guys as a gift from me, no cost of any kind, a gift from me to you. Don't miss it. You will kick yourself if you miss out. It has helped a lot, says Dawn. Thank you so much. I am breathing a bit easier, so thank you, darling. Hey, anytime. If you're on Facebook, my advice is get off of it and come and join me on YouTube. There you go. This is why Ashley Joe, okay, a liar, cheat, and a thief. So if you get these people here, this is why I don't want people on Facebook coming onto the show because of these liars down here. So if this person, this Ashley Joe, contacts you, it's not an actual person. My beautiful daughter Maya was hacked this week and lost her entire Facebook connection because of cheats and thieves like these guys. All right. So get rid of them, block them, and immediately report them. Not that Facebook will do anything anyway. Okay. Hence the reason why I'm leaving Facebook, and hence the reason why if you want to be a part of my shows, you're going to have to be here on YouTube, and you're going to have to be a part of my Patreon site. All right. Just going to get a drink. Excuse me a second. All right. Ronnie says, I have to leave now. We'll be driving to get my daughter from work, but we'll be listening. Great show, Paul. Ronnie, thank you, darling. And you can always watch back at the end of the night, when you get back in later on, just stick it back on YouTube and watch the entire show. But thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. All our love to your daughter. Okay, pass all our love down. I lost 7 profiles on Facebook now. That's why I have a constant backup. Okay. Well, I'm just getting out of it. I'm going to have one or two profiles on Facebook purely for marketing purposes and no other reason. Okay. It's full of cheats, thieves, people who just want to sneak in the back door. This AI thing that they've got running Facebook now is clearly crap. Okay. So let's get on. What do we got going on here tonight? So if you are the next level psychic is about looking into situations, looking into links and scenarios and that kind of thing. If you've got footage that you've managed to capture on your on whatever scenario, be it cell phone, be it mobile phone, cameras of any particular description, I have security cameras around the house which catches unique things. If you've got EVPs, electronic voice phenomena, or a sound that you've managed to capture, which you're like, wow, what the heck's that? Then send them through to me. But use my email, which is you can see going along the bottom right now as we speak, and send them to me that way, and then I'll be able to get them because few people have sent them through on Messenger and they're not getting through for some reason. Okay, once again, Facebook. So whack it through to me and let's have a look at them, and I will feature them on the show. Now I will tell you the truth. If you captured something, I'll tell you, hey, well done, you've captured something. Let's have a look at it. I will teach you guys. The idea of the show is to teach you a bit more about the reality of the spiritual world and the fact that you don't have to be frightened about it. And a lot of these so-called paranormal investigators, they have, they have things called setups. I spoke about this briefly on my show last week. They have setups, and you can tell it's set up a mile away. Okay, a setup will be good. Right, we're going to be going in here tonight. This place is supposed to be really, really, really haunted. That's called a setup. So they're already telling you what you're going to see. This is this. It's really haunted. Oh my God, the amount of stuff that's been caught here. This is going to be really, really good. It's called a setup. Okay. How do you know? You don't know what it is. I can tell you here nice. People in spirit don't like to jump through hoops. They don't like to be told what to do and when to do it. Okay. Just like us. Okay. If you want to do connections to those lovely people in spirit, then do it politely and do it with respect and honor. And I tell you what, you'll get it back, the same respect and honor. But all of this stuff about you know, dark energies and shadow people and demons and this, demons and that, dark energy this, evil that. My wife said to me, "Listen, if you want to teach people about what you do, then get off your butt and do it, okay? But stop sitting here watching these shows with me and ruin them for me, because I can't watch a show with her and this a paranormal call on tape. Okay, let's see it. BS." And I'll point out why it's BS, and she'll go, "I hate watching these shows with you," so she won't watch it with me anymore. So it's a matter of getting up and doing it yourself. So I said, right, okay, yeah, all right, I'll do that. I'll do that. So that's what this show is supposed to be all about. But tonight's show, ladies and gentlemen, is dedicated to all the moms. Okay, all the moms who are here and all the moms who are in spirit, wishing you, and rightly so, a fantastic Mother's Day, and you deserve it. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for all that you've done. I sent my beautiful mom a message today saying, I miss you so much. And thank you for turning up. And thank you for being here. And thank you for helping me in my movement forward with my career. And right after that, I did that, a robin appeared. They will talk to you. If you want to listen, they will talk to you. It is that simple. You want to listen, though. That, my mom used to say, shut up and listen. Okay. I used to shut up and listen. My mom used to say, have wonderful sayings. She used to say things to us like, shut up and tell me this. So we just sit there and look at her. She go, well, so what is, mom? You either want us to shut up or you want us to talk. Which is it? That would often get you the back of her hand. So many paranormal investigations are bunk. You're so polite, Faye. You're so polite. Don't like it when they are disrespectful to the spirit people. 100% agree with you there. Many should just learn to live with the spirit. Many people do. Many people, oh, many people learn to live with energy. You have to, because we're surrounded by energies. If anybody had a brain in their head, they would understand that our friends and family who have crossed over, especially our family, are still connected to us. So we're surrounded by spirit, right? What annoys me the most, ladies and gentlemen, is these idiots that call themselves clearing mediums. Okay. I have come across them on occasion and I've said to them, who are you clearing? Oh, I'm clearing a negative energy. How do you know it's negative? Well, it's opening doors and doing it. How do you know it's just trying to get your attention? And opening and closing doors, how's that negative? How's that evil? Okay. Let me give you a little bit of a heads up, ladies and gentlemen. Evil doesn't tell you it's evil. Evil doesn't let you know it's around. Evil sneaks up. Evil does things from the back. Okay. I have I have been in the presence of energies that weren't too pleasant. And our teacher allowed it to happen to teach us a lesson. And it did. And we were the most amicable group of people studying um, mediumship, psychic abilities, and development. We were so loving to each other. We were so supportive to each other. And then a few of us, me included, started to think we were a little bit too big for our boots and started doing things that getting involved with paranormal investigations that we weren't ready to do. And our teacher said, you're treading in areas you shouldn't. Okay. And not too long afterwards, we all started falling out with each other. We all started a little bit of backstabbing, a little bit of bitchy biting, all that kind of stuff. And that was because a couple of these energies managed to get in. Okay. And they do that. They will work you from behind like a puppet. Alrighty. But they will not tell you they're there. Okay, so all of this stuff that you watch on TV about, oh, it's an evil spirit, I can sense it, talking out their butts. All right. So I decided I would do something about it, and this is why Next Level Psychic was created. Okay. So to teach, to understand, to invoke positivity, to invoke protection, energy, blessings, love, to invoke all of that and to also point out where things are not necessarily correct. Now, I had a lovely some pictures and a little bit of footage come through from one of you guys. Um, I'm just going blank on who it was that sent it to me. I do apologize. Um, and do you know what? It was fantastic because they said, "Listen, I don't know what this is. What is it?" You know, and they're like, and I said, "Well, send it through." So they sent it through, and they said, "Can you see it?" So I went on to it, and I looked at it, and I looked at it 3 times, and I knew what it was when I saw it, but I thought, no, maybe I'm missing something here. So I went through it again, and I thought, okay, I'll go through it one more time. And I said, "Is it that silvery wispy thing you're talking about?" And they went, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, thank you for sending it through. I really appreciate it, and keep coming if you pick up any other stuff." But what you've managed to capture there is a spider's web across the camera lens. And they went, really? And I went, yeah. As you watch, as the wind blows, the spider's web flickers and it makes it look like it's moving. And she went, oh my God. I said, so it was just a spider's web. But those cameras are very good at picking up all the things. So keep checking your cameras. And they come back to me and said, great. And it was literally spider's web. So it's called debunking. If you eliminate what it is or might be, you're left with what it could be. Okay. So always go normal first before paranormal. Okay. Para being meaning beyond. So normal, pre paranormal. Go normal first. Don't watch these idiots on these shows jumping in and telling you they think it's this. They do that because they just want to hear themselves saying something. A shaman contacted Johanna this week and said, yes, you're ill because there is 5 dark energies around you that are waiting to get in. And Johanna went, come down to me and she goes, this shaman told me this. And they're in the back going, oh, I'm like, and then she said, clearly you don't know who my husband is. And they went, well, my husband's one of the most respected psychic mediums, literally in the UK and in America. And all of a sudden, the shaman stopped. So there is people out there who just want to hear them being sensational, and they stop it. Okay, so there's just absolute total telling. This is the bit that this is why I'm doing what I'm doing, because I want to see people um put these idiots in their place. Okay, because these people are sensationalists and they want to hear themselves talking, but what they don't understand is they're creating such a fear complex with the people that they're telling this crap to. All right, 5 dark energies waiting to get in. Okay. Right, as Lynn is saying, guys, keep hitting the like button. Please, please, please like this show. It's important. Please share the show. If you're not already a subscriber to this particular show, then smash that subscribe button right now and hit the little bell icon so you don't miss another show. One more time, get yourself across to my Patreon site, www.patreon.com/Paul Francis 111. All of the members on my Patreon site will be given an evening with me next week at a very, very special event, which is going to be at 0 cost. Okay, it's a gift from me to you guys for saying thank you for supporting me. But if you're not a member of my Patreon site, then you are going to miss out. It is that simple. So get yourself across there, and it's all on me. All right. Julie says I was laughing when you said that. Thank you. It's all right. It's okay. It's okay. It's cool. Julie Evans says, I lost my mum 27 years ago. I know that feeling, my darling. I'm very much of the same. Okay. My mum passed around about that time too. I miss her every single day, but I do talk to her every day. Here's another thing that they don't tell you. They say time makes it easier. No, it bloody doesn't. Okay, time will never ever take the place of grief. Because what happens, what time does for us, is it allows us to become used to the pain. We become used to them not being here. We become used to the idea that they're now on the other side of life, and we become used to the pain of them not being here. But we don't. It doesn't ever make it go away. It doesn't ever make it better. What does make it better is that I know that they are in a place of absolute peace and tranquility. I know that fact. Okay. I know because I've been up there twice. And I know that I will see them again. That I do know. And I also know that they come and join me when I need them. They don't watch me every single day. They don't like get up in the morning and watch me from the moment I get out of bed and go through my daily routine. They don't do that. It's called the next life. It's called that for a reason. Next life. Okay. They have jobs to do, they have things to do, but their life isn't based on like monetary scenarios that for us that we have to have money to live. It's not based upon that. Theirs is for the betterment and the growth of their soul and ours. Okay. So uh um isn't it likely that these so-called paranormal investigators are just messing with family and people? Yes, it's very absolute, totally, absolute cretins. Okay, well, and you know what? There was a few that I actually had time for. Okay, taps at the start when the team taps TAPS came out. I had a lot of time for them because they were out to not only find evidence of paranormal, but they're out to debunk all the other stuff that that they were People were saying, "Oh yeah, I've been told I'm haunted," so they'd go and try and find the evidence of the haunting and tell the person, "We can't find it. It doesn't mean that you have got any spirits here, but we just can't find any evidence of it." And I had total respect for that. And when they did find evidence, they would show it to the people that they would go. So Taps at the beginning was really, really good. Zach Baggins at the beginning was really, really good, but Zach and his team, I feel, kind of lost their way and became too sensationalized. Right up to the point where I'd heard a lot of it, information was brought to me about that they were telling people what to say and telling people how to react. Then you lost my respect. Um, so they're just messing with family or people that let's just like to hang around the house, and the spirit is just messing with the investigators. Um, Me personally, Faye, I would. If I was in spirit and we had paranormal investigators coming in because they knew that I was a medium, so they go, yeah, yeah, we'll find him, and I would mess with him. I really, really would. I would scare the life out of them, and they'd stop becoming paranormal investigators. So, but not because I'm evil, but because I could like to mess with them. So, yeah, you got to remember that when we go across the other side of life, we take the love with us that we managed to grow and build while we were here, but we also take our personalities. So if a friend and family member lost, say, for example, their ability to communicate properly here through being Alzheimer's or something of that nature, then that ability to communicate and sense of humor is returned. My God, it's one of the best things we have, our sense of humor. So it's returned on the other side of life. So if a person with a little bit of a, shall we say, character, then it's very often that character will come through in a reading. Okay. Just like Dawn's grandmother, she was a character. So that character came through in the reading tonight. Just got a sister excited for the tour of the convent catacombs. They say it's massive and active. We see there's that setup, Polly. Sorry, that's what I'm talking about. Is setup. Don't go there with preconditioned, okay? Because if you go there preconditioned, the likelihood of you actually encountering something is a lot lower. Okay, don't go preconditioned. Um, Once you get these guys and they're going to go, oh my God, this place is so active and so full of spirit, it can very often end in not a good way. And not, I don't mean that in a negative way, in the fact that you're going to get an evil spirit connected to you. No, I just mean you don't get the reaction or you don't get the connection that you really want because you're too busy looking for this big connection. And very often, connections to us, especially psychic mediums, tend to be subtle. Okay. If you go there with a more of an open mind and a relaxed heart and a protection, by the way, Polly, if you're going to go into places, go in there with protection. Okay, always go with protection. And when you leave paranormal investigation, make sure that you leave everything that's there. Okay, make sure you make it absolute fact that nothing is allowed to follow you home and nothing can come with you because they can't. Right now, here's what I mean by this. Okay, this is the teaching element of the show. If you guys who are watching me tonight were in spirit, boom, you're in spirit. Okay, and you're finding it difficult to communicate, especially with your loved ones. You can't seem to link in with anybody. Okay, yes, along comes Polly Miller, and you go, oh, blah 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 to Polly, and Polly goes, "Whoa, did you hear that?" And the person goes, "Did you just hear me? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Did you hear that?" Okay, then what are you going to do? You're going to go, "I'm sticking with her. She can hear me." Have you ever seen the movie with Ricky Gervais called Ghost Town? Okay, when one spirit realizes that he can talk to them and see them, and then all the rest of them go, "Oh my God, he can see them," and they all follow him home. That's not a million miles from the truth, right? So it's important that if you're going to go on paranormal investigations, Have a fantastic time, but don't go there preconditioned as what you're going to see, hear, and feel. Because when you don't see, hear, and feel it, because the people on the other side don't want to jump through hoops, especially on demand. Go there with a more open mind. Go there with an open heart, and go there with respect, and you are far more likely to make a connection. Polly, I will say this to you, my darling. Um, Either you're going to make a connection with a young spirit, I don't know, between 7 and 9, maybe 7 and 10 years old, or they want me to acknowledge a spirit around you with the ages of 7 till 10, 7 to 10. And there's a strong E name, like Elizabeth, Elaine, Eileen, that kind of name is being shouted to be acknowledged, Polly. I have a lady who crosses over, which is she crosses over on the other side of life with a rarity that would have affected women of her time. So it feels to me like there is an illness that affects the blood or the liver or the kidney, but then ultimately cessation is a heart attack or a coronary scenario, but there's something that affects the heart through another way. So either blood pressure is diminished, or there's something affects the kidneys or the liver that then in turn sets a chain reaction on which causes the heart to stop. Okay, so that energy is around you, Polly, to be spoken about. And I'm hearing a name like Michael, Matthew. There's an M.A. name to be acknowledged. Polly, if I was to say to you, Benedict Cumberbatch, what would that mean to you? Benedict Cumberbatch. What would that mean to you? I'll wait for you to come back to me. All right. So, hi, Cynthia. Oh, Lynn's talking to Cynthia. It's been like this for years, Amanda. It's more like a family. Okay, I'm clearly missing out stuff. Help, my house is haunted. Yeah. Okay. So, where is Cynthia? Welcome to the show. Good to see you, Cynthia Bergson. Polly, so I've just got information there that I'll share with you. Try and come back to me on that and see if I can. Not a clue. Oh, thanks for that, Polly. That's just brought me down to earth with a bang. So there's a Matthew Mark A name to be acknowledged. There's a younger energy they want me to acknowledge, like between 7 to 10 years old. Um, if they're talking about that energy as being, no, I'm going to stick with what I'm saying. I'm not going to try and bend it. I'm not going to twist it. I'm not going to pull it. It's the information I get, and you get it. I'm the mailman. I don't read the mail. So acknowledge that information is around you to be acknowledged. Okay. That was how my mom passed, bless her. All right, okay, Jules. I'm just going to come back for a second. Holly says, waiting to hear from him. Who's him? Am I missed the part of the information? Grandson is 8. Okay, got you, Polly. Paul, what do you do? What do you know about a person named Saint Germain? In all honesty, not a lot. And in all honesty, I'm not being facetious. I'm not being trying to be silly. I genuinely don't know a lot. I know the name of Saint Germain, but I don't know a lot about that particular person. In all honesty, okay. So, Polly, let's try and tighten up. Your grandson is 8. Um, where's the MA name come into play here? I've got this energy now. Julie Sharp has said that's how her mum passed. It's an energy that affects the blood and affects the liver or the kidneys, which then causes a blood pressure scenario, which stops the heart because it's a chain reaction to a heart attack or to a coronary. Um, It's not heart disease that causes this. It's a chain reaction of all the symptoms that causes this. Alrighty. My darling Faye, unfortunately, I've got to go. Paul, great messages and bits of wisdom. See you next time. Thank you very much for being here, Faye. I really appreciate it. And make sure you have a great day. Lovely pictures about you and your daughters, by the way. They were fantastic. You give me that guy's name again, Benedict. Oh, Benedict Cumberbatch. I saw a picture of Holmes and Watson, and the Holmes and Watson that I watch is Benedict Cumberbatch. So that's what I'm saying. Holmes and Watson. Okay. Okay. Stepdad was Mike. That's the strong M. Massive heart attack. Mom passed. Gotcha. Uh, okay. Saint Germain is a beautiful energy stone. Hold the violet flame. He's like if you bring in Archangel Michael, who I do work with for protection. Saint Germain is created offloading any guilt or baggage. Dawn, you've hit the nail directly on the head there. Took his life. Gotcha. Gotcha. That's the mic, Polly. The mic name. Right. So how is the grandson connected to this mic person? Please, if you can come back to me on that one. Because I'm trying to figure out why they want to talk about the 7 to 10-year-old and then the strong M. Grandson passed away on my anniversary. Right. Okay. Now, you started all off with saying not a clue. But I'm assuming you were saying not a clue to Benedict Cumberbatch. Gotcha. That's okay. That makes sense. Um, okay. So the Benedict Cumberbatch connection for me is Holmes and Watson. Okay, so when I watch Holmes and Watson, Benedict Cumberbatch did a series, which is an excellent series with Holmes and Watson. So I saw that, so I needed to know why that is that connection was coming in. He isn't, but his dad is Matthew. All right, Polly, we need to link this up and make it flow a bit more because I'm not following you now. I'm losing you, and I don't want to lose you, darling. So, um, okay, I'm just trying to go through my own sort of recall my own memory so I can get it. I don't miss something out here. If Mike is coming through and he wants me to acknowledge your grandson, how old was your grandson when he passed? And this is your grandson who took his own life. And so what I'm trying to do is put. If I was sitting to you on a one-to-one, then this would be easier. So I'd be able to put things on the picture frame to make this work. But as it's getting bits and bits, it's not flowing for me. Okay. Okay. I have a stepdad. Right. See, a minute ago I was assuming the stepdad was for your grandson. So we need to. This is what I mean by making it cohesive. Okay, I have stepdad that took his own life. Right, gotcha. His name was Mike. My grandson Dakota um, um, has a father alive whose name is Matthew. Right, he was 8 when he died in hospital by way of an accident. Gotcha. Right. Okay. Thank you, Paulie, for sharing that. I really appreciate that. So what I'm trying to do, see, I've said tonight I'm dedicating to mothers, both here on the other side of life. It doesn't matter whether you get the word grand in front of it or not. You're still mom. Okay. So in the I really am trying to figure out why I'm getting this whole Benedict Cumberbatch Holmes. Right. Okay. Right. Okay. Polly, was there a big like investigation that either hasn't come to a fruition because there's something to do with Holmes and Watson, and the only reason I would get Holmes and Watson is to do with investigations. Okay, to do with obviously what Sherlock Holmes would do. So either something that hasn't come to fruition here, or the information wasn't settled, but it's something about Holmes and Watson, or research that I've got to look into. Maria, why are you crying? Okay, don't worry about the M's, Polly. Thank you for sharing that. I really appreciate that. Don't worry about that for now. It's a way of getting me to you to speak to you. Okay. I'm getting deer in the headlights here. Okay, so in other words, there's information here, a bit like one of the readings I did earlier, deer in the headlights. As I'm giving information out, your mind is going in different directions and not where it needs to go. Hey, quite common. 100% of every reading I do, this happens. So you're not. I mean, this happens. I call it deer in the headlights. Okay. In other words, later on when you're sitting down and enjoying a cup and you're going over the information, it'll go click and you'll go, oh my God, I know exactly what that is. That's fine. That's fine. In fact, I love that when people send me emails and messages saying, hey, listen, I made that connection. That's fine. Because I'm getting, it's your divorce. Gotcha. All righty. Maria, what are you putting up there? What is that you're putting up? Because it's, I'm seeing a link to things going on my page here. What is that you're putting up? If you're enjoying the show tonight, please share the show. Folks, that's coming from Lynn. I'm thinking about my grandmother's ring. Will I ever find out what happened to it? So are you going into the investigative mode to find that particular ring? Okay. Um, there's an SH or a CH name I've got to direct you towards. An SH or a CH name. It's a link for the person who asked about the sink. Gotcha. Don't worry too much about that, Maria. The reason being is that the Facebook links are well and truly, I've got loads and loads and loads of, shall we say, not too clever links attached to them. All right, so that's why I'm very, very cautious about links coming up here from Facebook now. 4 times this year already, 4 times I have been hacked. So I'm a bit cautious about it. I can't believe that we are 1 hour and 20 minutes into a 1 hour show. But there we go. Polly, SH or CH name? I got to direct you towards that. I just think I fell prey to the same person that did all the rest of my nasties. I gotcha. It might benefit Polly for a one-to-one. Okay, so if we get some time together and do a one-to-one session, then it may benefit to do that. Now, not only Polly, but all the rest of you who haven't gone across and signed up to my Patreon site, go across and do that. If you sign up to one of the tiers on Patreon, I promise you, it'll be far, far, far more financially viable for you to sign up to a Patreon tier, be it bronze, silver, gold, or platinum. Let's put it this way: the highest level which is platinum, is the equivalent price of a cup of coffee a week. Okay, it's the equivalent to having three one-to-ones. Okay, and weirdly enough, my one-to-ones are cheaper than Rogers. So get yourself across there, sign up to one of my tiers. If you're not already signed up to my Patreon site, you are going to miss out on a very special event next week. Get across there and make it happen. I haven't because I need to get a PGO. I don't know what that means. Dakota's mother's name was Shannon, and is Shannon is Shannon. She's alive. Yeah, I said I got to direct you to the SH or the CH name. Okay, Jenny, welcome to the show. Although you've come in literally as I'm signing off. But thank you for being here nonetheless. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already hit that like button, guys, then hit that like button. I need your help. It has to be symbiotic. Okay. As I give up my time and my energy and my love and my my teachings and all that, and I need you to help me too. All right. We need to get the numbers up over 1,000 in YouTube. So we're at 778. So we're getting there. So I need to boost those numbers. Please, please, please help me boost those numbers. Get your friends and family to come in and subscribe and become a member of that. Get across to my Patreon site and sign up for one of the tiers on there. The cheapest tier is like $7 a month. Okay. And that is going to get you a lot of great things. Okay. It'll get you into special events that I'll be doing, especially for the tiers. But if you haven't signed up to my Patreon site, then you're going to miss out on a special event next week. I'll definitely do that, Paul. Sorry about putting that hole in your pocket tonight. That's no problem, Paulie. Hey, not a problem. I love this. I love what I do. I really, really do. I love it. I love working through the connection so we get to the message. It's one of my favorite things. So I don't see this as a chore ever. And I love to do what I do. I try to give as much as I can to people around the world. I try to give out, but make it symbiotic. In other words, you can't just take all the time. You got to give back. So I feel the world has looked after me, so I'm giving back. So for all of you guys that are watching me tonight, on being here and at the show tonight, and who will be continue to watch me right after this show has been aired, then please, 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 number one, make sure you've signed up to YouTube, free of charge, no cost involved. Sign up to YouTube, get yourselves in there. If you get another 10 people to sign up, okay, and go across to Patreon, get them signed up to Patreon, then you get bumped up a level in Patreon free of charge. Okay. So I want to give back. It's not about taking, okay, it's about giving back. However, all of this, the cameras, the internet, the electricities, all of this has to be paid somewhere. Okay. And it costs me on average quite a few pounds a month. And I do mean quite a few pounds a month. So it has to balance out. So give me a hand. Let's get the numbers up over 1,000 in YouTube and get yourself across to my Patreon site. All of the seminars that are going to be coming up over the next weeks, months, and years are going to be on Patreon. And if you're not on there, then you're going to miss it. It is that simple. Okay. You're going to miss out. You're going to miss out teaching sessions, the one-to-one sessions, the seminars, the very special events like I'm doing next week for all my current Patreon members. If you're not signed up, you're going to miss it. It's that simple. I thought you were live Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's why I'm late. I'm normally live. Oddly enough, thank you for saying that, Jenny. This Thursday night, I'm not going to be here. I'm going to be here on Friday night instead. So you haven't missed out. Remember, Reach Across Live will be Friday this week, not Thursday. Okay, because I'm going to a special event myself, hosted by John Everett. Thank you, Paul. Lots of love to you and Johanna. Dawn, thank you, my darling. I really appreciate that. No, Jenny, it's Monday nights at 9 p.m. GMT, at 7:30 p.m. on Thursdays, says Lynn. And but this coming Thursday, it'll be Friday. So this week, Jenny, Reach Across Live will be on Friday night, 7:30 p.m. So I've managed to go an hour and a half tonight, and half an hour past my cutoff time. Do I care? Not a jot. I've had a ball. I hope you've had a ball. I hope you've enjoyed yourself. Remember, communicate, appreciate, and validate everybody in your life so a medium never has to do it for you. Okay? Take time out every single day just for yourself. Turn off your mobile phones, turn off your cell phones, turn off your house phones, and just take time out. As the Zen Buddhist teachers say, respect the leaf of the tree. What that means is, without the leaves on the tree, we don't have oxygen. So the simple, lowly leaf is as important as everything else. What they really mean is take respect out for yourself. Because if you don't respect yourself, how can you expect others to respect you? And if you don't love yourself, how can you expect others to love you? Start within and then radiate out. Thanks very, very much for being here tonight. Thank you for all your love and your support. And until I see you again, good night. God bless.